Hey guys, this is Ron. I don't know if this is the number one thing that I'm making a mistake on, but it's the number one thing that I just thought of right now that I'm seeing work for other people and I'm not doing. When you get really good, when you get really good at headlines, what's happening in the early days of Periscope is there's so many people coming in and coming out. There's so many people. It's unbelievable. I don't know if we're even going to have that novelty 5 months from now or whatever. So just Periscope is driving so many people to us right now. Headlines are very important, absolutely. But here's the one thing I want to add on top of the headlines is when all of us in the tag tribes get really good at headlines, and all of us are starting to get really good at it. Hi there, Jeanette. As we're getting really good at it, you guys have noticed from doing this that you get a lot of people jumping in and jumping out of these periscopes. I'm glad to see you guys are all connecting with each other and you know each other here. That's awesome. That means the tribes work, and Mark Shaw did a great job here. So here's the thing. You're seeing so many people jump in and jump out, and so many people are being driven to us from Periscope. Imagine over the course of 60 minutes, like 300 or 400 people could come in like 60 minutes. Lake Street, you got it. You got it. So here's the thing. What was I going to say? Oh, so here's the thing. Because so many people are coming in and coming out, for you to only do a Periscope for 2 or 3 minutes, you're not really getting the full use of your headline. But if you use an amazing headline, and I notice when you hit about 7 people, or I notice when you wait about 60 seconds, I notice if I got a good headline or not, but based on how many people jump in. So give yourself the 60 to 75 seconds. And you guys all know from doing these now that people jump in and jump out, okay? So what I'm saying is, think of the turnover, okay? But if you have a really good headline and you leave your conversation live for 1 hour, think of all the people scrolling looking for good headlines that are actually in English, that are good headlines, instead of, oh, I'm sitting at home and I'm bored. So if you think of how many people are coming to Periscope minute by minute over the course of 60 minutes, you might have a million people, well, not a million, maybe like a 500,000 people come by in 60 minutes, and they're seeing your headline. So you might have like I do right now, you might have 12 people live like this, but you might have 12 new people every 2 minutes for 60 minutes, right? So that's 30 different pairs of 12 people, okay? So the next thing that happens is you're actually getting exposed to like 400 people or 600 people, not just 12 people. Then, because it's a numbers game and a probability game, you're now getting more people to follow you. And that will just increase that number in the future. Plus, when that number is high, like 13, yeah, good. I'm glad you're getting some from the web. They can't comment and do hearts though from the web right at this moment. But see the number on the bottom right, when that number stays high, it gets noticed as social proof on the site. And because of that, lots of other people want to jump in. So it's like a magnet. It just keeps coming in. Everyone wants to be part of the tribe, figure out what's going on with the party and all that kind of stuff. So that's a tip. I got to do a better job of it. This was short. This was only 7 or 8 minutes. I got to come up with some good stuff like Mark Shaw and do them more for like 45 minutes or an hour. I got to do more of those and test the headlines and say, hey, 12 awesome Twitter or 12 awesome Periscope tips, and then just leave it on for an hour and give great advice. I live in Uptown, not too far from South Minneapolis. But yeah, any of you guys that live in the Uptown Minneapolis area, connect with me. I'd like to connect with you guys, and we talk about tag tribes and Periscope. Okay? I got another one coming up soon, guys. Bye.